What is going on, guys? Jamie here, back again with another video, and today is the day. This right here is my 100th video that has been posted to my YouTube channel. I want to thank you guys so much. I can't believe I've made it to 100 videos. So my last video that I posted was my 99th video, and I know that's not really special at all because this is my 100th, and I announced that I'll be doing a special 100th video Q&A, questions and answers, so that is exactly what I'm going to be doing today. And before I start the video, if you can hear like noises, it's because it's raining outside, so sorry if this video isn't the greatest, and I had to like close the curtains a little bit. I'm in my room right now. I had to turn the lights on. I always do these videos quite late, so sorry if it gets quite dark, but yeah, without further ado, I guess we should start into the questions. So I was so shocked about how many questions I got, and in the first like couple of minutes that the video was posted telling you guys that I'll be doing a Q&A, I got like 4 questions already, and I've had all these questions come in. We have a lot of questions. I think this is the most questions I've ever got, so this is going to be a good Q&A, and sorry if it goes for a while, and some people ask like the same questions, but I'll still say your name anyway. So let's get into the questions. So the first question, 3 people actually asked the same question, and so we had The Flash, and he said, what inspired you to do YouTube? We had Sam Dixon say, what made you want to do YouTube, and is anyone the reason, and did anyone have like a big influence on you? And then we had Bree Hobman saying, who inspired you most to do YouTube? So they're basically asking, you know, who or like what was I inspired to do YouTube? And I think I already answered this in another Q&A, but that's alright. This is this video, not that video. So you know, might as well. 3 people asked it, so might as well not leave it out. But yeah, so you know how you like create an account of something, so you can just comment and subscribe and like people's videos. That's what I basically made a YouTube channel for, a YouTube account for. I didn't actually upload videos. I had this channel for like a year, so that video that I did when I said that I've been on YouTube for 2 years, that was just when like I kind of signed up. I mainly started uploading in 2015. I did upload some in 2014, like later on in the year. But I basically just created YouTube just to comment and subscribe and like and just basically watch YouTube, other YouTubers. And then I remember I just recorded myself doing like these parkour tricks. It's a bit strange. It's one of my first videos on YouTube. If you want to check it out, it's pretty bad. But yeah, I recorded it with, I don't think I recorded it with a camera. I think I recorded it with like a phone or something like that. And I basically just edited it, and it was just me like jumping off stuff and flipping off things. And tricks on the trampoline and all that. And I posted that to YouTube, and then it got like 100 views. So I was like, oh yeah, I can do this. So I started uploading more and more, and that's basically how it came today. So I mainly started uploading trampoline videos, like or just like tricking videos and stuff like that, and parkour. I was really into parkour back then. Yeah, but now I'm just starting to upload like talking videos, and I have, you know, I do still upload a lot of wrestling moves and stuff like that. But I do have like a lot of inspirations on YouTube. I didn't really, at the time, yeah, like I said, I just made YouTube just to, you know, comment and subscribe to people. Some of my favorites were like DanTDM, the Diamond Minecart, so this also comes in, you know, as another question. No one asked this, but I think people have asked it before, but I might do a separate video on it, and that would be my favorite YouTubers. But guys that I watched back then were like, and I still watch today, are like DanTDM, the Diamond Minecart. He does Minecraft videos. I was like, I'm still into Minecraft, but you know, I used to actually upload Minecraft videos on this channel. They got deleted though because I thought they weren't that great. So I probably would have been up to 100th video by now, like over that. Yeah, my Minecraft videos weren't the greatest, but yeah, I really enjoy his content, and he's really funny, and he's awesome. Other guys to watch were like Venos Gaming, so another gaming guy. I watched a lot of gaming channels. I think gaming channels are the most popular. You know, with the millions of subscribers and stuff. So I did used to record gaming, and I probably will do it in the future, maybe. Just for now I'm sticking to, you know, the trampoline videos and the just talking videos like Q&As and stuff like that. But in the future I'd really like to do some like gaming videos. But yeah, so I watched a lot of YouTubers back then. I don't watch a lot now, you know, kind of since I do have a YouTube channel. But I just came across these guys, like my friend told me about DanTDM and Venos Gaming. I'm not really sure how I found him. I think I found him myself. Like I was just looking through YouTube and I found one of his videos, and I don't watch him that much anymore, but he's still a really great YouTuber, and I do watch him casually, and his videos are really funny, and so are DanTDM's. Just like the hard work that goes into it, like I can barely upload a video, one video a day. You know, this video came out kind of late. I was supposed to record this yesterday because it is a Sunday right now here in New Zealand, and it's like 4 o'clock, so I just decided to film this now. That's why I said before, sorry if it gets a bit dark, because I always record it at the worst times. It's just because I went to the movies today. Yeah, no one really inspired me to do YouTube. I kind of just uploaded and you know, just it expanded from there, and it's, you know, it's become what it has today. But I have a lot of inspirations out there, especially wrestlers and stuff, because it's tricky with YouTube because you get so many people that like different things. So that's why I will always have one channel. I'm going to say that. Well, I don't think anyway that I'll make a second channel, because a lot of YouTubers out there, they have 2 channels. I think that would just be too difficult to, you know, to do. Like have 2 channels and you have to log on to both and like upload both and check them and all that. I just want to stick with one channel, because then I can get everyone onto one channel instead of having 2 channels, like one for gaming, one for trampoline videos and wrestling, and then one for, like, you know, vlogs and stuff. So I just think it's just better to have one channel. Anyway, so we'll get on to the next question. So this question comes from WWZX110 or 110, and he said, "Are you happy about Roman Reigns being suspended for 30 days? And Daniel Gull also said the same thing, but he said, "Do you know Roman Reigns is suspended, and what's your reaction?" Yes, I heard about this like the day that it was, you know, announced, or, you know, the day that it happened. Yeah, I was really surprised about it, because a while back there was this fake post that Roman Reigns had been suspended, but it was, you know, I thought it was real, and I was like, you know, freaking out because he was the champ at the time. And yeah, so he just lost to that Money in the Bank, and a lot of people are saying that he knew about this, like they knew they were going to suspend him, and that's why he lost the title, like before Money in the Bank. He lost the title at Money in the Bank to Dean Ambrose. Speaking of Dean Ambrose, Daniel also asked, "Do you like Dean Ambrose being world champion at Money in the Bank?" And Caleb Finley also said, "What do you think about Dean Ambrose as champ?" I don't mind it. I think it's cool now that all 3 members of the Shield have held the title. And speaking of Roman Reigns' suspension, apparently he's still going to be in the Triple Threat match, the Triple Threat Shield match that will be at Battleground. But his suspension ends 2 days, I think, or a couple of days before Battleground. So, but then apparently they're not going to mention him. Like, you've got to build up feuds and build up storylines, and it's going to be weird if he just, you know, comes at Battleground and he's still in the match, or whether it's just Dean Ambrose with Seth Rollins. And he also said, Daniel also said, "Are you going to be doing a WWE Battleground 2016 predictions video?" So I'll just tell you right now, I think that Dean Ambrose is going to keep the title. Maybe not, I don't know, for a while, but I think he definitely won't drop it at Battleground, even though Seth Rollins did beat Roman Reigns. And that's why everyone was so confused. Like, that's why I think he may have been, like, knew about his suspension before Money in the Bank. So maybe if Roman Reigns wasn't suspended, he'd still be champion right now. So maybe there would have been a different Money in the Bank winner, you never know. And speaking of Money in the Bank, sorry that I didn't do a Money in the Bank review and like results and stuff. I did do a predictions video, and after Money in the Bank, I just like left it too long, and it was already like a week after Money in the Bank, so I decided not to do it. Yeah, but sorry about that. But I don't mind Dean Ambrose being champion, and I wasn't mad that Seth Rollins, you know, lost the title, even though he did win it. So he is actually now a 2-time WWE champion, and Roman Reigns is like a, what, 3-time champion. So Dean Ambrose being the last member of the Shield to be the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, I thought Roman would be the first, and then maybe like Dean, then Rollins or something, because you know, I think we all didn't suspect Rollins to turn on the Shield. I thought Reigns would be the one to do it, and a couple of people thought Dean. I always thought Roman was the leader of the Shield, just because, you know, he was the big guy, even though you had like Dean Ambrose as United States Champion and Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins as Tag Team Champions. But yeah, so we'll see if he shows up at Battleground, or maybe they won't even have him at all. Yeah, so 30 days without Roman Reigns, I don't really mind, because I don't hate Roman Reigns, but I don't like him. Oh, and Daniel also said, "By the way, congratulations on reaching 100 videos and 2,400 subscribers." Thank you so much, man. I still can't believe I've made it to 100 videos, and I recently just hit 2,400 subscribers, so thank you guys so much for that. Okay, so the next question comes from Kiwi Marie, What's your favourite thing about living in New Zealand? Now this one I read and I just couldn't think of an answer, but I just think like the bush and like the scenery, like you know how like a lot of movies film here in New Zealand. A lot of movies have been filmed here, like Lord of the Rings, Hobbit. There's a lot of others that I've forgotten or can't remember or I don't know about. But yeah, just the scenery and the grass and I don't really know what else I like about New Zealand, and I guess because it's small too. Because in a big country, like since I'm a YouTuber. To be noticed in New Zealand is like really cool because it's like small and a lot of people will know who you are. And if it's a big country, no one really knows who you are. But yeah, I like living in New Zealand. Some days I wish I wouldn't say didn't live in New Zealand, but I just wish, because there's a lot of cool things that aren't here in New Zealand and we don't have in here in New Zealand, like over in the United States. And yeah, and I do live in a small town. Like a lot of New Zealanders that watch me are usually from like Auckland or bigger places like that, or maybe just like a little bit smaller. But yeah, I'm from Wanganui, New Zealand, just in case you're wondering. Apex Predator said, "What's your goal by the end of 2016?" Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but I just have like a couple of goals that I just want to reach, like in general, just like any time. One of my biggest goals is, I don't know why, it's just the number. I just think it would be really cool to hit, and that is 10,000 subscribers. By the way it's going, I can see it heading that way. Maybe not by the end of 2016 because I'm only up to 2,000. And when I mean only, I kind of don't mean only, because 2,000 is like heaps. That's more than my school. That's like double, triple, like, keep going. But yeah, I just think that 10,000 subscribers would be, amazing. It's just a goal that I really want to reach. And one that I found the other day was the top 100 New Zealand YouTubers. And going back to what I like about New Zealand is, it's small, so I could be on that list. So it's a list of the top New Zealand YouTubers. There's 100 of them, and the 100th one has like 1 million views. So maybe 1 million views, that would be real hard to get. I am at 350,000, I think, which is absolutely amazing. And most of those views came from how to do WWE Neville's Red Arrow tutorial. That video is so bad, I'm like so embarrassed of that video, just like the way I talk and everything. But yeah, just the views and subscribers and everything. YouTubers, honestly, it is awesome, and getting noticed, like especially in New Zealand, like getting noticed in my country first is awesome. And people knowing me from like different parts of the world and not just in New Zealand, that's awesome too. Nick Nack said, "Hi, can this be in the Q&A, please?" Oh, it's in the Q&A. White Tears asked, "Are you watching UEFA Europe 2016? And if you noticed, I kind of had a bit of trouble saying that, the UEFA. I had to look at that. You can probably tell I'm not a football fan or soccer fan. I'm not sure what you call it. We call it soccer. And you can already probably tell I have no idea what you're talking about, because no, I don't really watch any other sports, and I don't really play much any other sports. So no, I'm not watching that. Is it like a tournament or something? See, this is how dumb I am, I don't know what it is. But no, I mainly watch wrestling. So sorry about that. Brandon Ben Show, what WWE superstar would you say is just like you? That is actually a really cool question. So it's obviously got to be someone high flying. I think a lot of you guys would agree with this. So I think I would go Seth Rollins or Neville. Just because Seth Rollins has obviously, accomplished way more than I ever will and what I have. And Neville, obviously I'm not as strong and as athletic as Seth Rollins and Neville, but I think just the style of wrestling and stuff, I think those two guys. And I'm obviously not as heel as Seth Rollins is, or as charismatic as these guys, but I'd love to be one day. Those guys are awesome. And let me know what WWE superstar you think is just like me. Like a lot of people said that I am Jeff Hardy, or I'm better than Jeff Hardy or Neville. That is not true. I will never be better than Jeff Hardy or Neville. Those guys are amazing, like what they can do in a ring, and that ring must be really hard, and I've never been in a wrestling ring before. WXW Backyard Wrestling said, what are your favourite wrestling moves of all time? This is actually a pretty good question. Favourite moves of all time? That's actually quite a good question, quite a hard one too, because there's so many moves out there, like a lot of moves. I really like the RKO. I just think it's it's so simple, but it's just a really good move, even though it was the diamond cutter. I think Johnny Ace invented it, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, I just think it's a really cool move, and you can strike it out of nowhere, like the shooting star press from Evan Bourne, and he catches him with an RKO, and then you had Seth Rollins at WrestleMania going for the curb stomp. into the RKO. And speaking of the curb stomp, that was also one of my favourite moves, and it used to be called the blackout, I think. I think it's a really cool move, and I'm really sad that they banned that. I really like the pedigree. I like just power bombs. Spears are pretty cool. Superman punch is actually pretty cool. Spears have been used by a lot of people like Edge, Batista, Goldberg, Roman Reigns. I just think it's used quite a lot. Like RKO, you know, it's mainly like when you think of the RKO, just like not saying the RKO, but if you think of that particular move, you think of Randy Orton. You don't think of Johnny Ace or at least I don't think of Diamond Dallas Page. Yeah, I really like the super kicks. Those are pretty cool. What else have we got? Suplexes, stuff like that. Some easy moves are really cool. I also like the Skywalker. That's the one where Seth Rollins does, where he does like the backflip and basically in an RKO position, but goes backwards and lands. It's kind of like the Salida del Sol, but they land like not sitting in a straddle how Kalisto does. So we have another question about wrestling moves from GummyMan52 or 52. What's your favourite top rope move? Also another hard one to answer, especially from me, because I've done so many of these moves, and there's a lot of them in WWE that I haven't done, or in the independents like wrestling. There's a lot of moves out there that I want to try that are in like indies wrestling. Like you've got guys like Will Ospreay, Ricochet. Those guys are honestly amazing. And if you've seen that match between each other, how they're doing all the flips and stuff, a lot of people said it ruined wrestling, and it wasn't wrestling. I think that wrestling can be whatever it is, Wrestling was mainly like grappling and stuff, but I think adding like flips and all that is more exciting, and that's just my style. And I know there is a lot of high flyers out there, but I reckon, I could bring some new stuff. So one of my favourites was the Red Arrow, and I'm not saying it isn't my my favourite, it's just when I first saw it, it was like, oh my god, I have to do this. And then I did it on my trampoline, and I do it all the time. That's probably the move I've done the most. I also like 450 Splash, I like the Phoenix Splash. The Phoenix 630, that is a crazy move, and I actually managed to pull that off a couple of times. But that is actually how I injured my neck, because I did the twist, the double, and then landed on my head. But they do say don't try these things at home, but no one in the WWE has done a Phoenix 630, I'm pretty sure. And when you tweet a WWE superstar, sometimes they like it and retweet it and stuff, or they say that was cool or something like that, because I always tweet the wrestlers, the moves of me doing. GummyMan52 also asked, how much did your trampoline cost? I actually have no idea. I got that for Christmas one time. I'm not really sure how much it cost, but it definitely won't be worth much now, because if you see some of my videos, it's absolutely wrecked. Mainly all the wrestling moves I do and the nets and all that. I would suggest to not climb on the nets. A lot of you guys out there don't do it, so that's good. I don't know, I just think of it as a top rope and jump off the trampoline net. And you see in some videos how I jump off the swing into the trampoline. That is probably a bit more, I wouldn't say safer, but it doesn't really wreck the trampoline. And a lot of springs come out of it too. I think it's getting quite old. I would love to get a new trampoline, but yeah, I'm not really sure how much it cost. Okay, so back to wrestling moves. We also had what's your favourite move to do, and the hardest wrestling move you have ever done on a trampoline. Like I said before, my favourite moves like Red Arrow, 450 Splash, Phoenix Splash, all that stuff. Frog splashes, all the basically every move I've done on the trampoline is fun, really. The hardest wrestling move I've ever done was the Phoenix 630, and you probably know why, because I landed on my neck doing it, and I actually did this so many times. I thought it was probably the funnest move I've ever done, but it was really scary because it's basically a Phoenix Splash adding another flip. It's really fun, but it's really scary because when I'm doing double flips, I kind of don't know where I am because you're just spinning so fast. So I don't think I'll ever do doubles again, because some people have asked me to do a Phoenix 630 tutorial, or 630 senton / double front flip tutorials and moves again, and I just don't really want to do doubles ever again. And someone also asked me to do, a couple of people I think, also asked me to do, or asked me if I can, do the double moonsault. I can't even do a double front flip correctly, so I'm not even going to try a double moonsault / backflip. I have done it before at the gym, but that was into a foam pit, and I did a tucked, so it's like a double back tuck. Moonsaults, you have to be pretty much straight. It was kind of bent. You can do it however you want, but yeah, I would love to do a double moonsault. Maybe I'll do it in the future, but I'll never do it on my backyard trampoline, I don't think. It's actually my front yard trampoline, because if some of you have noticed, there's a driveway, and then there's this just grass part. Okay, so we have another wrestling question from Kurt Harris, WFM. if you can have a once-in-a-lifetime match with anyone from WWE, who will it be? I think you guys will know. I wouldn't say it's a hard decision, but if I couldn't pick this guy, that would be Seth Rollins. I would just love to wrestle him, and I hope I can one day. And one thing I was really sad about, also a person that I would have a once-in-a-lifetime match with, and do you mean like dead people as well, or like retired people? Because yeah, I would have loved to wrestle Daniel Bryan, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, Neville, AJ Styles, John Cena. There's a lot of people out there that I'd like to wrestle, and I might actually do a video. I've been planning this for a while, and that is my like dream matches of who I would face. You know, like Jeff Hardy. There's so many guys out there that I'd really love to face. Sorry, my voice is getting really sore. It's cracking all the time. But yes, Seth Rollins would be definitely number one. That would be an absolute dream match, you know, for me. Okay, the next question comes from Mark A9, I think. What's your favourite tag team? My favourite tag team at the moment is actually in NXT, and that is Chad Gable and Jason Jordan, American Alpha. They were the tag team champions, the NXT tag team champions, but then they lost it to Dash and Dawson. I also really like the New Day. I like Enzo and Big Cass. There's actually quite a lot of good tag teams out there, and there's a lot of ones that are just like, no, just no. And we also had from Tudor Snipe 06 or 06, favourite tag team match. Now, I read this one and I also couldn't think of an answer. Favourite tag team match? Well, that's a hard one. It would probably be like one involving like the Hardy Boys or like Dudley Boys. Maybe a lot of Fatal 4-Way tag team matches are really good, like the ones with the New Day and stuff like that. I can't really think of a favourite tag team match though. That is a real hard one. I'm sorry, I can't really think of an answer for that one. But we also have from Joe HD 2000. Favourite match outside of WWE could be in NXT, in JPW, ROH, Lucha Underground, etc. And then we also had from Juicy Snorkel, what are some of your favourite WWE, including NXT matches of all time? So, a couple of my favourite matches, the triple threat match between Seth Rollins, John Cena and Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble 2015, I think it was. That was honestly such an amazing match, and especially from Seth Rollins and all that. I can't really remember much from it, but yeah, that was a really good match. Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura was also, you know, amazing. There's a lot of really good matches out there. That Fatal 4-Way match at Extreme Rules between The Miz, Cesaro, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That was, you know, that was a really good match. Some of the ladder matches out there, like the WrestleMania ladder match when Zack Ryder won the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 32. Yeah, but I really like that triple threat match at the Royal Rumble. That was a really good match. There's probably loads out there that I can't, that I've forgotten or, you know, can't name. Probably ones involving like Seth Rollins. And so going back to favourite tag team matches, you know, the ones with like the Shield and Evolution, those were pretty good. Okay, so Joe HD 2000 also asked a couple of more questions. Scariest thing you have ever experienced? Oh, scariest thing. Well, obviously doing the Phoenix 630 landing on my head, that was pretty scary because I was just like, boom, and I was like sitting there like, whoa. Also, when the other day when I botched that Spaceman plancher, that wasn't really that scary, but I don't know, it just, you can kind of tell when you're gonna stuff up. You get in the air and you're like, uh-oh, boom, it hit the ground. But yeah, most scariest thing I've ever experienced. I'm not really sure. I'm just like kind of mind blank today, so sorry about that. But he also asked, most painful thing you've ever felt was. Most painful thing. When I was a kid, I had this rock stuck in my foot. I think it was from when we were at the beach one time, or it could have been a piece of plastic. I'm not really sure what it was. But we went to the doctors, and this nurse stuck this gigantic needle in my foot and started twisting it, and I was screaming. A couple of stomach bugs and all that, and stomach problems I've had, those are really bad. But most painful thing, I also broke my ankle one time, and landing on my head, that was kind of painful. Yeah, but I'm not really sure, because there's, like I said before with the wrestling and stuff, it's like there's so many things out there, and a lot that I can't remember, and then after this Q&A will be posted, I'll probably be like, oh, I should have said this. So he also asked, do you believe in ghosts and or aliens? Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. Like there's a lot of YouTube videos out there that, you know, prove it or have shown things and you're like, okay, they're definitely real. But, you know, nowadays you can add sound effects, you can add, you know, different things in to make it seem more real, so you can basically just edit the video. But there's a lot out there that I think could be real, so I reckon aliens are real. I don't know about ghosts. I think aliens would be, this sounds probably weird, but I think aliens would be more realistic. I don't know why. Our planet we have people living on, which is, you know, I guess pretty obvious, but you know, other planets, I reckon maybe every planet has, you know, a creature living on it. It may be aliens, and there's a lot of things like that kind of do prove that, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, I'm not like really obsessed and like really believe in ghosts and aliens and spirits and devils and all that stuff. But you know, I just think sometimes, okay, maybe there is, and you know, what if? Maybe one day we'll find out. Maybe. Okay, so he actually asked quite a lot of questions, and you'll see what he says in a second. But he also said, "Have you ever got into a fight?" Back in primary school, I didn't get in a lot of fights, but I kind of, okay, maybe I did, but I've never been in like a fist fight. Like I've never punched someone in the face or anything like that. I was obviously, you know, wrestling fan, so I was like, you know, tackling them to the ground and you know, wrestling them, putting them in headlocks or whatever. But yeah, in primary school, we just, you know, play fighted usually, and but usually sometimes they got quite rough, and then it would be like, I did get my ass kicked one time by this bully, you know, punched me a couple of times, but you know, I've never actually been in a, you know, physical as like fight, you know. He also said, "Am I asking too many questions?" Wait, was that a question as well? So was that right? And that too. Well, Born to Destin, at TrueB2Destin, because he asked me this on Twitter. He said, "Jamie, I started watching your tutorials since the Red Arrow video. Can you do a double moonsault or spiral tap?" So I just explained that I used to be able to do a double backflip or double moonsault, but I don't think I'll ever try that again. I'm just put off double front flips and like doubles now. And the spiral tap, Mr. Epic Gamer also asked, can you do an AJ Styles spiral tap? I actually, one day or a couple of times, I think I went on the trampoline and I tried it, and one time I actually landed on my head again, like I just landed weird, and I was like, okay, I'm not trying that again. Whenever I injure myself from a certain move, I kind of don't do that move again. You know, even though it seems pretty easy, like it looks quite fun too. I'll probably try it again though, because it looks quite easy, because I can do the, you know, the twisting. Yeah, I'll probably try again in the future, but I can't do it at the moment. And I really wish he used that move in the WWE. And when I was talking about indies wrestling before, like the Phoenix 630, well, I don't think anyone's ever done that in WWE. They usually don't allow that in WWE. Like in the indies wrestling, they do the crazy way out flips and stuff. And a lot of, you know, guys and high flyers and all that come to WWE. So like Neville, AJ Styles, you know, and they don't do the moves that they used to do. Like Neville, he did the what is it called? The 630 senton, and he doesn't do that. And AJ Styles, he doesn't do the spiral tap. A couple of times when he goes up the top rope, I think it was against John Cena or Jericho or something like that, when he goes up to the top rope, I think he's going to do a spiral tap, and I'm like, is he going to do it? Because the commentators are like, what is he going for here? And then he just does a 450 splash, which is still a cool move though. Okay, so the next question, well, next questions come from Ellie Gamata, and if you recognise that name, that is because she was in one of my YouTube videos. It was when we did like the game challenge question thing with it. She always likes to be my Q&As, and she said, what is your favourite type of cheese? What is your favourite chocolate? To be honest, I don't really eat cheese. I just don't like cheese, and cheese kind of upsets my stomach. No, I don't really like cheese that much. Like pizza, you know, fine, stuff like that, but big blocks of cheese and big, you know, slices of cheese, and just, no, I just don't like cheese. And like cheeseburgers and stuff, I can eat all that, but you know, what's your favourite type of cheese? None. And what's your favourite type of chocolate? I like a lot of chocolate. There's actually that new Oreo one that's really nice. You've got like Rocky Road, Dark Forest, white chocolate, basically every chocolate. I like a lot of chocolates. Can someone give me some chocolate? Are you going to give me some? Is that why you asked that question? Don't give me the cheese. I'd rather the chocolate, thank you very much. Okay, so she also said, who is your favourite Swiss human being? And I think she's like part Swiss, or like she comes from Switzerland or something. So my favourite Swiss human being would be Cesaro. Got you there. Got you twice. in my other Q&A she asked a question saying, who is your favourite human being? And well, not you, Ellie, I'm sorry. Cesaro just, that's Cesaro's swing. He just loves Cesaro. How many walkers have you killed? How many people have you killed? Now for those of you that are fans of The Walking Dead, I know you can't see the top part I don't think, but you'll know exactly what she's talking about. A question that Rick asks. So, how many walkers have you killed? More than enough. How many people have you killed? Not enough. No, I'm kidding. Seriously, don't report me or report this video or anything. I'm joking. I've never killed anyone. Not yet. So some of these questions in here, I actually went into my previous Q&As and a couple of people commented on that Q&A that they missed out on the previous Q&A. So I took a couple of those questions, and one of these questions comes from Annalise Brown. Why does pizza come in a square box? This reminds me of that last video that I did when lots of people were asking me, basically, this is a Q&A, not a quiz or not like a test. This is supposed to be a YouTube video, not a asking me stuff to see how smart I am, because I'm not smart. I think you guys already know that. I'm blonde, can't you tell? And I have curly hair. Why does pizza come in a square box? I don't know. That's pretty much asking me like, why is pizza circle? Okay, I am OCD, but I am not that OCD. So there is square pizzas that you can get, so maybe you can get that. I've actually never had a square pizza before. I think it would taste the same, but just a different shape. Yet again, doesn't really bother me. It doesn't matter about its shape. Doesn't matter about its size. I will always still love pizza. Okay, this next one comes from Jack O'Riordan, I think, or Rawdon. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And he said, I love watching your vids. You are a great YouTuber and I love watching your flips and stuff like that. I dream of doing them and all I can do is a front flip and a back flip. I'm teaching myself to do Whisper in the Wind and I need your advice on doing stuff like that. You're like a role model to me. First of all, I want to say thank you so much, because reading that is honestly, I love reading comments like that. That's my favourite thing about YouTube, is the comments and the nice people. That is honestly really cool to hear, like that last part, you're like a role model to me. Honestly, to think that I have not changed someone's life, but I've been a part of their life, I guess, and being an influence on them, and that's just really cool to hear. Like, I love watching your vids. You're a great YouTuber. Thank you so much, man. That made my day right there, and that was really cool. And he also said, I'm teaching myself to do Whisper in the Wind, so that's the turning front flip by Jeff Hardy. I need your advice on doing stuff like that. Whisper in the Wind is pretty easy. Like, if you can do it in a front flip, and he said he can do a front flip and a back flip, that is awesome. Some people out there can't even do a front flip. You've got to start somewhere, right? And if you can do a backflip, that is awesome, because not many people can do a backflip. But yeah, just keep trying, never give up, just, don't give up. Like, I'm one of those people that quits really easily, and I give up really easily. Like, on the trampoline, I'll try it probably 100 times, but eventually I'll just be like, nah, this is just stupid. And so there's probably a lot of, like wrestling moves and videos out there that I've tried to do, but I haven't uploaded, because, I've just failed them. And, you see a lot of bloopers and stuff like that. Like that one the other day. Oh my god, that was so embarrassing. That really hurt my butt. I landed like straight on my butt. I just landed flat on my butt. Ow. Oh, that's definitely going to be in the bloopers. Oh, that's why kids, you should not try this at home. Oh. That is enough of that. Okay, so the next question comes from Daniel Evans, and he commented on YouTube, and then I think he also commented on Instagram, because his Instagram was Dan KJ Evans, so I think those are the same people, I hope. Sorry if it isn't, but I'm pretty sure it is. And he said, if you were a WWE wrestler, what would your finisher be called? And Cullum TV also said, if you weren't to wrestle in the WWE, where would you wrestle? So, if I was a wrestler, what would my finisher be called? Oh, like, I'm still kind of just trying to decide what finisher I would use. I would definitely be like something like a backflip, like a moonsault off the top rope, or a corkscrew. What would my finisher be called? yeah, another thing I haven't thought of, because I haven't really thought of a name yet, like for my character. I've written down loads of names that I haven't really heard before, and a couple of them like taken out. Oh, that guy's already got that name, and I want to be unique. I want to have my own finisher, my own my own everything. That's what basically gets you far in like WWE and stuff like that. Being unique, and like every superstar is different, but I want to like create my own move or something like that. And I have a couple of moves in mind, but I don't want to say them or like tell you, just in case there may be a couple of people that might want to steal my character name, or don't want to steal my identity. I don't want that happening, but you'll see in the future. If I do make it one day, maybe you'll find out what my finisher will be, because I still don't really know, like 100% know. But yeah, I would love to have my own finisher and like my own name and everything. Also, if you went to wrestle in WWE, where would you wrestle? To be honest, I want to wrestle anywhere. I don't really mind where I wrestle. At one point I was like, I'm never going to wrestle in TNA. To be honest, if I have to go to TNA, I don't mind. Just WWE is where I really want to go. So that's like kind of a hard question. You've got things like Ring of Honor, NJPW, what else have we got? Lucha Underground. Even though I wouldn't be like a lucha character, I wouldn't have a mask or anything like that, I would love to wrestle just anywhere, and especially in New Zealand there's a company called Impact Pro Wrestling, and it's kind of like TNA Impact, but yeah, I really want to wrestle there. That's probably one of the first places I want to go, and that's in Auckland, I think. And I actually have a friend that is probably watching this video, and his name is Brad, so shout out to you, Brad. He works at the company and he's actually training to be a wrestler. Hopefully I can make it there. I just want to wrestle anywhere, but I definitely want to end up in WWE. Like, if I wrestle all around the world and just never go to WWE, WWE would be like one of the first places I'd wanted to go. Like AJ Styles, he wrestled all around the world, and then like his last stop is probably WWE. Depends if he leaves or stays. But he was in TNA for like over 11 years, or I think it was 11 years. And that's a long time. Like, I want to wrestle for a long time, especially when I'm first starting. You've got to get the hang of it. But yeah, I would love to just wrestle anywhere. But WWE, NXT would be somewhere I'd really want to wrestle. I really want to go on NXT. Okay, this is a question that I really like, and it's from Jordan Jaggard. Did it feel awkward to talk to a camera on your first video, to talk in front of a camera? And that's pretty much an easy question, because yes, a lot of YouTubers out there, when they first start, you can tell they're not confident. And I might show a video of me like doing my first talking video, and you could just tell that I wasn't talking at all, and my voice was really quiet and different. And like even like the Red Arrow video, the tutorial, I was didn't know what I was talking about, and then when I did my improved video, I talked a bit more and explained it a bit more, and I was talking louder, and now I can just talk for ages in front of a camera and it doesn't even feel weird. It kind of does feel weird, because right now, like, when I post this video, I'll be talking to you guys, and you guys will be hearing, you guys will be listening to me. But right now I've just got a camera set up and I'm just in my room talking to a camera, so yeah, that's pretty weird. But don't be afraid to film yourself, and just, you don't have to post like the first video on YouTube, just film yourself a couple of times. Yeah, the first video that I did, I was just like sitting there like, hey guys, so today, and now I'm like, I won't shut up and I won't stop talking. So YouTube is definitely a major confidence booster, because I've gotten way more confident because of YouTube, and now I can talk, I can just talk for ages, and that's why these videos nowadays, now are so long. So this video is probably over 40 minutes now, like half an hour, so sorry about that. One guy actually said to shorten my videos, but I just make them, edit them. I try to cut them down because I don't want my videos too long, but I hope you guys are still enjoying this video. So, okay, the next question comes from Matthew Edmonds. Who's your favourite wrestler and why? I think we should all know this. We all know this by now, and I've already pretty much mentioned it in the video and in other videos. Seth freaking Rollins. Come on, you should know that. And why? Because he's the absolute best. He is the man, Seth freaking Rollins, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Also, I just found out the other day that Seth Rollins is going to come to the WWE New Zealand. Oh my goodness. I'll do another video on that, but oh my god, I'm going to get to see Seth Rollins live. Oh my god, I'm just going to be staring at him and be like... Okay, so the next two questions come from Harrison Hodder Williams. If you were in the Purge, what would you do first? I would run like hell, or hide, because the Purge, isn't that where murder and there's no rules or no law or whatever, you can do whatever you want for 24 hours? That would be pretty scary. But yeah, no, I would be crapping myself. That would be scary as heck, because, you know, people would do anything, and, you know, you can just kill people and get away with it. Yeah, so I would be pretty terrified. I'd probably just like hide under a desk, or like hide in my wardrobe or something. But yeah, The Purge would be pretty scary. I actually haven't seen The Purge, if you can tell, because, you know, I'm not really sure. I think that's what it is. But the other question he asked was, if you could fire one wrestler, who would it be? Now, I have a lot of respect for wrestlers, because honestly, I still don't know how hard it will be, and I know it will be hard. And, you know, it is. You can tell, like, man, these guys just risk their bodies and train so hard. Like, some of the Performance Center videos and like Breaking Ground, and videos like that are Tough Enough, where they're trying out, it looks so hard. Like, some things I think I can do that, but I can tell you, once I get in the ring one day, I know it's going to be difficult as heck, and I'm going to be like, okay, this is harder than I thought. But I definitely know how hard it is. Well, I don't know how, like, because I think it's going to be way harder than I think. Yeah, but hopefully it's not too hard, because, you know, the conditioning and stuff, you know, oh my goodness, that is crazy. I was watching Tough Enough, and Booker T said he did like 500 push-ups or something, or 500 sit-ups, and I was like, and these guys could barely do 20. I can barely do 20 push-ups or sit-ups. Back to the question, if I could fire one wrestler, I really don't like Bo Dallas, and I don't like Sheamus, but, you know, I don't really mind him that much anymore, and he's coming to New Zealand. I'm even excited to see Sheamus. That's how excited I am for WWE New Zealand. And I will be posting another video on that, talking about people that have been added to the list of wrestlers that are coming. Oh my goodness, you're gonna like that. For people that are in New Zealand, if you don't know already. Charlotte Stevens said, "What YouTuber do you hate the most?" And this is like that, like, last question. I have a lot of respect for, you know, YouTubers too. Like, the amount of work that goes into it, especially those really up there YouTubers, like, you know, with the millions of subscribers and stuff. You know, posting like 2 videos or 3 videos, or sometimes even, you know, more than that, a day. Like, even 1 video a day would be crazy. I can barely do that. And you know, the editing, like, this video is going to take ages to edit, I know that, and it will be a really long video too. But, you know, especially the editing and the uploading and everything just is so much hard work. So yeah, I have a lot of respect for, you know, YouTubers, but I don't really hate any YouTubers. But I know there's a couple of like trolls and stuff, and one you should know is Cassidy Boone. That video I did reacting to her, I just really don't like her. Even if she is playing a character, like, lots of people were getting angry at me because, you know, oh, you're making New Zealand look like an idiot because, you know, or looking like idiots because, you know, we believe, and we're getting angry at, you know, one girl on YouTube. No, even if she's playing a character, it's like wrestling. You know, when you're a heel, you want people to hate you, and if people are booing you and hating you, and, you know, wanting to just you, that sounded a bit weird, but you know you're doing your job. But no, I just really don't like her in general at all. Jessica Wood said, "What keeps you going through tough times?" Wrestling, a lot of wrestling, or watching it anyway. Like YouTube as well, like watching funny YouTube videos, and like some of my favourite YouTubers. I just think, you know, laughing is the best way to, even though it may be hard, but just watching things that you like and you just really enjoy, like maybe watching Netflix or something like that. Even if you're by yourself, you know, going through tough times, you know, it is hard, but you know, just, you got to try and forget about it somehow. Like, even though it's really hard to, you know, I love watching WWE. Like, wrestling is something that I can just sit down and just watch and forget about everything else, and just, you know, watch wrestling. Just watch some good, you know, 3 hours if it's a pay-per-view or something like that, or maybe just watch a good match on the WWE Network or something, or like maybe just watch a cool movie, a funny movie, and, you know, or some YouTube videos. That's basically what I do. Or maybe like play with some wrestling figures, or, you know, edit my YouTube channel or something like that. Just stuff that keeps you busy, really. But you know, yeah. So, and like before, how that guy said he's like a role model and he loves watching my videos. I like to think that, and I hope that, like, my videos have made, like, you know, kind of have helped someone. Like, I know I'm not that funny, and this video probably isn't, you know, the best and the funniest, but you know, I want to make people, like, I want to entertain people, and that's one of the reasons why I really want to be, you know, a wrestler, because, you know, the entertaining part and just, like, you know, making people feel happy. So I really can't wait to go to the WWE NZ live event. New Zealand's coming, not New Zealand, WWE is coming to New Zealand in August, on August 10th in Auckland, Victor Arena. That is going to be awesome. I can't wait. And a lot of people have commented that they want to meet me there, and that's really awesome. So I hope to put some smiles on people's faces. And yeah. Another question we have is kind of like one that I answered before, but it was from David Berridge. If you were in WWE, who would you feud with? So honestly, I don't really mind. Like, you know, I want to wrestle Seth Rollins, but I don't want to hate him, because I don't hate him. I would love to feud with him. I can see us like not being enemies, but being like those guys that have a feud, but in real life they are, you know, best friends, or they, you know, have a lot of respect for each other. And some of the matches that you see in WWE, you know, they have this brutal as feud, or they have this really good match, and they have a lot of respect for each other, and then they do like a handshake, or they raise their hand or something after the match. But yeah, I wouldn't really mind, you know, guys like John Cena, AJ Styles. These are more people that I want to wrestle, like people that I'd want to feud with, like people that I actually hate. You know, maybe I'd want to feud with. But yeah, I'm not really sure. We'll see. I'd like to know who my first like opponent would be, or like future feuds that I could have. Sharif De Silva, what is your guilty pleasure? P.S. Long time no see, Jamie. So this is one of my older primary friends. I haven't seen this guy in a while, but what is your guilty pleasure? Watching wrestling? Playing with wrestling figures? I actually play with wrestling figures. I'll have to show you my wrestling like figure collection and stuff like that one day. But you know, wrestling, you know, people know that I watch wrestling, so guilty pleasure, don't really have one. That's a bit of a weird question, but yeah, I actually want to do a room tour one day of my room. It's really messy at the moment. As you can tell, I'm actually sitting on a stool right now. You know, I've got the posters in the background, and if you can see a little bit of the bed, I've cleared the whole bed, so there's no sheets on the bed. I used to do that because my, you know, my room and my bed and everything is just so messy. This room is absolutely atrocious right now. But yeah, I'll have to clean it, and I'll, you know, give you a room tour maybe. So make sure you like and subscribe or comment. Excuse me, if you want me to do a room tour. Okay, so the last question. I know this has been a really long video. But this comes from Keelan Tui, and this came at like the really last minute. But he said, "What's your favourite song? Sing some of it." Oh, favourite song. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. I really don't like to sing. Maybe I like to sing, but I don't like people watching me sing, or, you know, I just don't really sing. But favourite song, kind of don't really have one. I like The Broods. They are a New Zealand band, which I didn't really know. Their song Free. You've got Calvin Harris and Rihanna, I think, with This Is What You Came For. A lot of songs that I'm liking at the moment. Also Adele. Yeah, but I'm not really sure what my favourite song is at the moment, and kind of what my favourite song is. But yeah, so I think that is all the questions. Sorry if I didn't answer your question. I'm pretty sure I did, but this was so many questions. Yeah, thank you guys so much for all your questions. I really enjoyed answering them. I love doing Q&As. This is probably the biggest Q&A I've ever done. And 100 videos. This is my 100th video. That is awesome. I can't believe I've uploaded that many videos. And that is a lot of, you know, time to edit stuff. This video is going to take me ages, so if this comes out late, that's fine. I don't really have a specific, you know, time and stuff that I upload videos, and I don't think I ever will. I just upload randomly, so sorry if I don't upload, you know, a lot. But I do, like I said in the other video, I do have a lot of videos planned, like over like 20 videos that I'm going to do. I might record another one soon, but my camera battery is actually dying at the moment, so I'm going to end this video here. Thank you guys for watching. I know I say it all the time, but, you know, it just really means a lot to me that you guys, you know, have a lot of time, and if you skip through that video, that's fine. You know, this video is probably going to be really long, and I know that. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I hope you guys, you know, I hope I answered your questions well enough. I know I did kind of go off topic and skip a couple of them, but yeah, so like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out my Twitter, you know, my social media accounts, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook page. And also, I've opened my shop. But yeah, thank you for joining me today and asking all these amazing questions. You guys are the best. Thank you for 2,400 subscribers. Thank you for, you know, getting me up to 100 videos. Because, you know, without you guys, like I said, I wouldn't probably upload. Maybe I still would, but I wouldn't be the same person as I am. And like a couple of those questions, like that one, you know, you were like a role model to me, that question. That was honestly awesome, so I want to thank you guys so much. Have a great day, or hope you're having a great day, or have a great day tomorrow. I hope you had a great day yesterday. I don't know, you guys are just the best. I will see you guys in the next video, 100th videos.